and welcome back to the channel. My name is Casey.
And I'm Anthony.
And we are Dos Cavazos, and we are back again watching another Umbrella Academy. This is episode 5.
Episode 5, ironically named number 5. Obviously after number 5, I would imagine. I wonder if we're going to get a little bit more of his backstory.
Number 5 and Klaus are my favorite characters. I think yours too, right?
Klaus is my favorite, and number 5 is shortly behind him, but like Klaus is just so funny. Like I love the comedic relief character. But number 5, he has a very interesting story. I think it's really cool dynamic that he's young, but he's older because he has more life experience than all of his siblings. But obviously, he's seen some shit, obviously. Yeah. So I want to see more about that. And that's kind of what I've always been curious about since we've been introduced to the character, at least.
So last episode, Leonard kind of pulled one over on Vanya. He went into her apartment, left flowers, and said that he had to use the bathroom, which all three of those, I was like, first of all, you said you had to use the bathroom, then you left flowers. I was like, because Allison saw him there, I was like, why didn't you just tell her I was leaving her flowers? You know, like, you looked like you were lying. And then he swapped out, well, we didn't see him put anything in the pills, but I'm assuming he's going to put something in place of the pill bottle, because we saw him dump out the pill, and that's what we saw.
I was curious if he just took the medication, because we still don't know what that medication's for.
I think he's going to put some, because why did he, like, if you were going to throw away medication, you would just throw it away. Like, he dumped it purposefully.
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't know. That's just what I think.
I've been under the impression that Vanya has powers. I'm hoping, at least, at the very least. And I'm thinking, like, those pills may be suppressing them. I don't know what's possible in this world, but I like to think that she has powers and that she's not just, like, because it felt like it was too much, like she was ostracized growing up and whatnot. And I just want her to have those powers and maybe just purposely withheld them, or maybe she hasn't discovered them yet. Who knows?
We also found out about Allison and Luther's relationship, which I guess is debatable if it's right or wrong, which we're not going to get into that, because I mean, we're just going to take it what the show gives us. So they have that kind of connection going on, like a little bit more romantic versus sibling, which is still kind of weird to say that.
A little bit better than Jamie Cersei.
Yeah, I mean, they're not blood relatives, but like,
you grew up and
you were raised. I mean, okay.
Were they really raised though? They were like trained. I feel like more so than anything.
They didn't really have childhoods, but they still call each other like brother and sister. I don't know. I still feel like they are a little bit sibling really. Whatever. I'm not even gonna go there. We know that. I wonder if that's...
those two may have not had like the same sibling relationship that everyone else had. They may have had similar sibling relationships with everyone else. But those two did. See, I got that vibe a little bit while we were watching it. I didn't say anything during it because I didn't want to be completely off base. Yeah, I was like, am I getting the same vibe? Because like this is what I'm reading from the situation. Yeah. But no, I thought that too. Like you said, I'm not gonna like debate.
Whatever.
The moral
it is what it is. It's
aspect
in the show.
of that. It is what it is. But that was interesting to actually see brought to light now to be a fact.
And I wonder if it's gonna have any significance going forward. Yeah. Like if they're gonna act on those feelings, like, or do you think that they're gonna be embarrassed to tell the rest of the siblings? Vanya like already kind of knew.
Yeah, she said she had that feeling and suspicion. But if that's the case, honestly, I feel like all the siblings know. Yeah, like I feel like they can't keep anything from each other. In all honesty. So
Hazel and Cha-Cha are at it again with their antics. They're trying to get number 5. Yeah. They're not just like your run of the mill. What do you call like police officer that have, you know how like in shows you have like your detectives or your officers that are like good at fighting, but there's nothing like super powerful. Like they don't have powers, but they're like good at fighting and like good at aiming. Like you have those. They're not that. They have some sort of power or something going on. Because like just the way that he was able to fight Luther.
Yeah, he pretty much picked him up and threw him to the ground.
He's strong, and I don't know. So and then their briefcase. What's up with that? Klaus took
Which
the briefcase.
Klaus is where? When is Klaus? When is Klaus is the real question, because they did drop that little Easter egg about time travel needing a briefcase.
I feel like it's dangerous to drop someone who's going through drug withdrawals in the middle of like the 1800s or something, so hopefully he doesn't end up like that.
Like, what drugs do we have here?
Let me go get some.
Might be easier to get.
I know. Maybe they put like cocaine and coke and stuff. I don't know if it was them, but
just drinking Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
No, I think seeing when Klaus ends up is going to be really interesting. I think that's where I'm kind of like most excited for. Hopefully they get a little explanation about where he went this episode. But like I said, it's called number 5, so assuming it's going to have number 5, heavily influenced in this episode.
So Eudora got killed, unfortunately, and it was sad. We did mention that we didn't really feel like we had gotten her character developed as much as, you know, like as much as we could have been more invested in her, if that makes sense. But it was still sad, and you could tell that Diego really took it hard, and he's probably going to blame himself, and I feel like he's going to go off the deep end now, and like, I don't know, he already had to kill his mom, unplug her,
yeah.
And then this happened, and he like had told her, I'll be there, you know, like do it my way. So yeah, that's gonna be an interesting dynamic.
Yeah, it was hard for me to like really get like a bond with that particular character, just because maybe she came off super cold when Diego was explaining like the, I guess, death, quote unquote, of his mother. She just seemed very like nonchalant about it, and they're like, oh, you know, I'm sorry. But it was one thing to say I'm sorry, but to actually have empathy when you actually say you're sorry, I didn't see it there. But you know, it is going to definitely affect Diego's character for sure.
All right, well, if you haven't already, please don't forget to subscribe. Click the bell so you can stay notified for all of our future videos, and let's go ahead and check out this episode. So he's in the apocalypse. Showing progression of time.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
How old is he?
He was by himself for a long time. Getting some Castaway vibes.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Heck? What?
What the fuck? She got a briefcase.
He's like another person? What the fuck? So I wonder if that's how he got his job.
Who are they, Five?
They work for my former employer, a woman called the Handler.
Handler?
She sent them to stop me.
Now they're my fair game.
It's like, how many people are gonna go ask that waitress questions? Just like, how many times have I had to tell everyone?
You hear the offer I'm about to make you.
OMG. Freaking Addison Montgomery Shepherd.
Am I supposed to know who that is?
Grey's Anatomy.
Oh.
I work for an organization called the Commission. We are tasked with the preservation of the time continuum through manipulation and removal. Sometimes people make choices that alter time. Free will, don't get me started. When that happens, we dispatch one of our agents to eliminate the threat. You're a recruit. Had our eye on you for quite some time. Your survival skills have made you quite a celebrity back at headquarters. That and your ability to jump through time.
Why didn't you come get me earlier, damn it?
I could actually leave here.
In return for 5 years of service.
Oh.
Once your contract is done, you can retire to the time and place of your choosing, with a pension plan to boot.
Nice.
If you can alter time, wanted to stop all of this from ever happening.
Well, that's quite impossible, I'm afraid. All of this was supposed to happen.
And that's why they're after him, because he's trying
That's
to stop
insane.
it.
The end of everything?
Not everything. Just the end of something. Do we have an agreement?
What else the hell do you have to
Like,
do?
Dolores, what do I do?
Can she come? Can she get benefits?
They turned me into the perfect instrument for rehabilitation of the time continuum. Or corrections, as they call them.
Kennedy?
Yeah.
So they were like...
He killed Kennedy. So he was going to do a life-altering event. But he didn't.
They didn't realize it, but I was biding my time, trying to figure out the right equation, so I could get back. I could stop the apocalypse, save the world. So I broke my contract.
And that's when he came back. Dang, he was supposed to kill JFK. Is this Klaus?
He's seen some shit.
Oh, wow. He looks like he has.
It's like wearing like an army vest or something like that, or like...
He has blood on his hands.
Oh. Did I mean,
Sky Soldier? Oh, I don't know if he had that already.
Yeah. I mean, he looks like he was in some sort of military. Oh, no, don't get rid of it. What are you doing? No! What did he see that fucked him up?
He's wearing dog tags. Like army tags.
Yeah.
They're holding auditions for first chair of my orchestra.
Wait a second, what happened to the other girl?
Did he kill her?
Well, good.
I bet he killed her.
This dude might be fucking insane. I say, is anybody ever gonna ask him, like, where the hell have you been?
Wonder if he wasn't gone for that long.
You know, I can recognize the symptoms, Klaus.
Symptoms of what?
Jet lag, full body itch, the headache that feels like someone shoved a box of cotton up into your nose and through your brain.
He's like, that's just the withdrawals.
And the next thing you knew, you were where? Okay, how long were you gone?
Almost a year.
Oh, shit.
Bless you.
Better freaking catch that damn sneeze. Ah, shit. She's reading the book. Oh, that guy.
You okay?
Oh, shit.
God.
Oh.
he gonna be in the picture?
Oh my gosh! His friends, maybe. Look, Sky Soldiers, that's his tattoo. Can we get a flashback? I wonder if he's gonna be able to, like, see them.
We're vets only.
I am a vet.
Where'd you serve?
None of your business.
Oh! There they go again!
It's him?
Oh, there he is! Aww.
My friends live here. I'm a twitcher.
What?
No, that's what we bird watchers call each other.
Oh, I thought, like, does she stream on Twitch?
Guess we played League!
I like how free they are, completely in the moment. You know, when they're hungry, they eat. When they're tired, they nest. When they're horny, they...
Oh.
He flirts with donuts, she flirts with birds.
Another year or so, I will have saved enough to go.
Hey, you might want to fast track your timeline.
Oh, shit.
Almost freaking spilled the beans.
Oh.
He wants something, he's going for it.
I lost someone. The only person I've ever truly loved more
Aw.
than myself.
Dave?
At least you can see them whenever you want.
Can he, though? Like, or can
Has
he...
he tried?
Can he not see all of them?
All I could find is a photo and his name in the phone book. It's like he didn't exist.
You are unbelievable. You're trying to dig up dirt on a guy that I like? Who does that?
Look,
Anyone on Facebook.
I know.
Like,
Worry about your own daughter.
oh.
Ooh, yikes. Way to be obvious.
Bingo.
He wanted them
Oh. Purposefully obvious.
So what exactly is the plan?
I told you to wait in the car.
Yeah, but you also told me that licking a 9-volt battery would give me pubes.
You were 8.
The car.
to see. Steal the ice cream truck.
Well,
Why does he already seem like an asshole? What the hell? It's supposed to be an audition.
He doesn't expect anything out of her. Oh shit!
What? What was that? There's some little somethings. Is that a power?
I think it might be. Whoa. She has fucking powers!
Like a sound wave?
Possibly. Oh no, he's getting home.
Better get the hell out. I think she used some sort of power because it went all like wavy.
But it came from her.
Mm-hmm.
Like the power of influence.
Maybe she didn't know she could do that. Like maybe
Yeah.
she doesn't know she has
But
it.
what is the power? Obviously they paid attention to her.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I never enjoyed it, killing, but it never gave me pleasure. I think it was all those years alone.
Is that a fake?
I'm curious, yeah.
Her 1 ear is
Yeah, I
missing?
saw that too.
So where is the kid?
Well, that's how you're gonna start. I need you to get in contact with your superior so I can have a chat with her. Face to face.
About what?
I don't believe that's any of your concern.
Just don't tell her about the briefcase.
It's like, how do I make a call into the multiverse? Is it the ice cream truck? They did! They took the ice cream truck!
Are they gonna come screw shit up?
I feel like there should have been a way to turn off the music.
Are they
the
gonna
cavalry.
like, run into him?
They're gonna run!
What the hell is he doing here?
go fast!
It's just a setup!
Oh my god! Wait, what just happened?
What? Is that the boss? Who did that?
I have no earthly idea.
Did he do that?
Move him out of the way of that bullet, though.
Yeah.
Neat trick,
Oh. I knew it. Oops. Dr. Addison Montgomery.
What's meant to be is meant to be. That's our raison d'etre. This fantasy you've been nurturing about summoning up your family to stop the apocalypse is just that, fantasy. Which is why we want to offer you a new position back at the commission. In management. Come back to work for us again. You know it's where you belong. The home office. You'd have
Come
the
work at
best
corporate.
health and pension.
What about my family?
What about them?
I want them to survive.
I'll see what I can do.
I don't trust it. There we go. So he went with her.
He's just there for the ride.
They got stranded.
Yeah. They could take the ice cream truck. Oh, shit.
Crap.
I've never played without my medication before, so I was so nervous. I was carried along by an invisible force.
Like an out-of-body experience.
Yeah, sort of.
Oh my gosh, he knows.
I got this chair!
Oh my God! Congratulations! This is your time.
No! We don't trust him. Oh, wow. Oh!
She's using the Force.
What the...
That was the girl. That was first chair. I have no idea what's
The
going
hell
on.
is this? When is this gonna end? Who was doing that?
Is it gonna go into the mom?
Him?
No. Is that why she was robotic?
Do you remember what happened?
I do.
And you understand that the children can never know.
I understand.
Good.
Damn it.
I don't know what just happened. I'm still confused. Where did the little...
Okay.
go?
Kush kush.
Where did the little, like... Who did that... Was it to
Okay.
Pogo?
So, let's start with Vanya. Don't know what the hell is happening. Don't know if it's her power
or if
that's
it's coming from
her
someone
or it's coming
else.
from someone else. Leonard's obviously crazy, regardless, because obviously what's-her-face's body was up there, first chair.
Yeah, so he killed her.
Yeah,
so
which
we
we
know
kind
that.
of already thought,
Yeah.
but I want to say he knows still something about her, and that's why he took her medication from her. At least that's the vibe I got. But that little thing, it went into their home, and then Pogo was like, the children must never know. But the mom was acting weird too. So that's got me curious.
What if Pogo knows she has powers?
I think he probably does.
And he was like, the children can never know,
Yeah.
meaning about her. And maybe that's why they gave her medication, and maybe why the dad was...
Like, what if they're afraid of her power? What if the dad was afraid of her power?
What if that's why he constantly was always like, you're not special, like, trying to get her to believe she didn't have powers?
Damn. I mean,
that's
it's all
just a theory.
speculation.
I don't even
I know it could be completely fucking wrong.
What if it's Pogo's power the whole time?
I know. The magic power of
But, I
Pogo.
mean, it was coming from her. It started, she was the source.
Yeah. They weren't paying attention to her in her audition. And then as soon as, like,
She
the
did
little
it.
wavelengths or whatever was, like, coming out of her, or the violin or whatever, they started paying attention. 5 is gone.
He made a deal,
To
now
save his family.
Yeah, which I hope she follows up on that deal.
I don't think that he's even going to follow up on it. I feel
Yeah.
like he's using this to figure out more information, hopefully.
Yeah. Klaus was hilarious.
Klaus
showing up
is
in
always
that.
fucking hilarious.
Except it was sad because he
Mm-hmm.
I wish they would have given us a physical flashback. I hope we get one of like his time because
Maybe it's
that's
too expensive to show like a war scene.
yeah, maybe. But that's sad. Like he
fell in love
and then lost them, and that happened so long ago, according to now a time period. So it's just sad.
Well, I wonder, he might have just lost him like the day he got there again. Which, I mean, it was one day, it was the night before or whatnot. He just went back to the same time, I would imagine. But yeah, I mean, that's probably why he was bloody. Like, he was probably, I don't know, he was probably just saw like his love get like blown up or something like in war, I would imagine.
Sad.
Diego had an attempt to go after Cha-Cha and Hazel. Didn't work out too well. But the other brothers are back together. Ben there at the end was really funny too. Just seeing him, like he was like in the car. He was just there for the ride. He's like, let's go. He was like having fun. I like the little scenes we see of Ben. I think it's just hilarious. I want to see more of Ben. And I know it's weird that Klaus could only see him, but it's funny to still be reminded that he's there every so often because you kind of forget because you don't get to have a lot of interaction with him.
So I was so shocked to find out that Kate Walsh was in this because I love her and I loved her in Grey's Anatomy. She was like one of my favorite characters.
I didn't know who she was.
Yeah, so that was kind of shocking, and I'm glad she's in this because she's a great actress. So I'm excited to see more of her. I had no idea. We don't really look up a lot about these shows before we watch them. Like we don't look up cast lists, things like that. So that was cool to be able to be surprised like that.
All right, guys. Well, if you haven't already, please make sure to like and subscribe. Hit that bell so you can stay notified for all of our future videos, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Bye.